This audiobook is titled How to Talk to the Universe, because that's precisely what you're about to learn how to do. You see, the universe isn't silent. It listens. It responds. It mirrors back to you the energy you carry, the beliefs you hold, and the intentions you set. Most people go through life unaware that they're in constant communication with the universe, through their thoughts, emotions, and even their silence. But what if you could talk to the universe with intention? What if you knew how to send clear, powerful signals and trust that they're being received? That's what this journey is all about. Chapter 1: The Vibrational Nature of Reality. This universe we live in is not static. It is not random, and it is certainly not blind. Instead, it is alive with rhythm, intelligence, and an intricate vibrational structure. To truly understand how to talk to the universe and receive a response, we must first recognize the foundational truth that everything is energy, and all energy vibrates. From the smallest particles to the vast expanses of galaxies, everything that exists is in motion. This motion is what we refer to as vibration. Science, particularly through the lens of quantum physics, has long discovered that matter is not as solid as it appears. At the subatomic level, particles flicker in and out of existence, and their behavior seems to be influenced by observation itself. Behind this apparent chaos is an elegant truth. All things are energy, vibrating at different frequencies. When we speak of vibration, we are talking about the rate at which energy moves. Low-frequency vibrations tend to manifest as heaviness, fear, doubt, or stagnation, while high-frequency vibrations are expressed through joy, love, clarity, and abundance. This vibrational spectrum applies not just to objects or matter, but to our very thoughts, emotions, and intentions. Your thoughts are not just passive, fleeting ideas that come and go. They are energetic signals. Each thought emits a specific frequency, much like a broadcast. If you were to imagine your mind as a transmitter, then your thoughts would be the messages sent out into the universe. And like a cosmic mirror, the universe reflects back to you what you are consistently broadcasting. But it doesn't stop there. Your emotions play a crucial role in shaping the frequency of those thoughts. Think of emotions as amplifiers. A thought infused with strong emotion becomes exponentially more powerful. That's why a desire that is deeply felt tends to manifest more quickly than a casual wish. The stronger the emotional charge behind your thoughts, the more vivid and magnetic the signal you're sending. Let's ground this with an example. Suppose you think, I want to attract more abundance into my life. If that thought is laced with desperation, fear, or doubt, such as secretly believing, I'm not worthy of wealth, or it's too late for me, then the overall vibration you're emitting is not one of abundance, but one of lack. The universe doesn't respond to your words. It responds to your vibration. That's why affirmations that are not emotionally aligned often fail. The true language of the universe is vibrational, not verbal. Now, consider a person who holds a calm, confident belief that abundance is a natural state. Their thoughts are not just words. They are expressions of a deep internal alignment. That alignment emits a high-frequency vibration that mirrors the vibration of abundance itself. This is the person who begins to experience opportunities, synchronicities, and resources flowing into their life, not by luck, but by vibrational congruence. This leads us to an essential realization. Manifestation is not about forcing, begging, or convincing. It is about becoming vibrationally aligned with what you want. If you want love, you must embody the frequency of love. If you want peace, you must become peaceful. If you want success, you must emit the vibration of confidence and clarity. So, how do we change our vibration? The first step is awareness. You cannot change what you're unaware of. Begin to observe your inner state, not just what you are thinking, but how you are feeling. Your feelings are the most honest indicators of your vibrational state. Are you hopeful or anxious? Grateful or resentful? Empowered or defeated? By checking in with yourself regularly, you begin to take control of the signals you are broadcasting. The second step is conscious recalibration. This means choosing thoughts, behaviors, and practices that lift your vibration. One of the most effective ways to do this is through emotional resonance. Gratitude, for example, is one of the highest frequency states a human can experience. When you feel genuine gratitude, not just saying thank you, but truly feeling the fullness of appreciation, you shift your entire energetic field. Similarly, acts of kindness, forgiveness, mindfulness, and creativity elevate your frequency. On a more physical level, movement, nature, nourishing food, and quality sleep all impact your energetic baseline. Everything is interconnected. You are not just a mind. You are a body, a spirit, and a field of energy that is constantly in interaction with the world around you. Next, understand the importance of consistency. The universe is not responding to your occasional wishes. It is responding to your dominant vibration. This is why fleeting positivity or a temporary high is not enough. Your results come from your consistent emotional tone, the energy you carry most of the time, especially when you are not consciously trying to manifest. You cannot fake your frequency, but you can shift it. And the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Another powerful practice is visualization. When you visualize your desires not just mentally, but emotionally, when you feel the joy of your dream as if it is already real, you begin to harmonize with the frequency of that reality. The subconscious mind cannot distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. Therefore, when you visualize from the heart, you program your subconscious to expect and accept your new reality. This expectation becomes the foundation for manifestation. It's also worth noting that your environment affects your vibration. The people you surround yourself with, the media you consume, and the places you frequent all influence your energy. Choose relationships and environments that uplift and inspire you. Protect your energy like it's your most valuable resource, because it is. Finally, surrender to the intelligence of the universe. While it may seem paradoxical, letting go is one of the highest forms of alignment. When you release the need to control how and when your desires manifest, you allow space for divine timing to work its magic. Surrender does not mean giving up. It means trusting that the universe is not against you. It is with you. It is part of you. And it is always responding to your vibration. In essence, to talk to the universe, you must speak in frequency. Words alone are not enough. It is your energy, your emotions, and your embodied state that carry the message. And there you have it, the foundational secrets of talking to the universe. When you learn to embody these principles, you're not just speaking to the universe, you're speaking with it. This isn't a metaphor. It's a real, energetic dialogue, one that responds to your frequency, not just your words. If you're still here and eager to go deeper, you're exactly where you need to be. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to set powerful, clear intentions, because knowing how to ask is the next vital step in mastering this universal conversation. Let's continue. Chapter 2. Setting Clear Intentions. In the previous chapter, we uncovered the truth that the universe is vibrational in nature, that it responds not to our words, but to our frequency. This insight forms the foundation of manifestation, but to truly begin shaping your reality with precision, you must now step into the role of a conscious creator. And that begins with setting clear intentions. Think of your intention as a blueprint. While your vibration acts as the emotional and energetic fuel, your intention provides the structure. Without clarity of intention, your energy becomes scattered, diffused across multiple directions like a flashlight instead of a focused laser beam. The universe will always respond, but if your signal is vague, the response will also be vague. Many people make the mistake of wishing for vague things. I want to be happy, I want more money, or I want love. While these desires are valid, they are too undefined for the universe to bring into form clearly. What does happiness look like to you? What amount of money? In what form would you like love to show up? Without definition, desire remains a feeling instead of becoming a directive. A clear intention gives your vibration something tangible to connect with. Just as you can't reach a destination you haven't mapped out, you can't manifest a reality you haven't clearly chosen. Intention is conscious creation. Intention is the act of moving from passive desire into active creation. It says to the universe, this is what I choose, not this is what I hope for. It is both a declaration and a commitment. Unlike a wish, an intention carries weight. It comes from a grounded place of knowing, not desperation or lack. If your vibration is your song, then your intention is the lyrics. Together, they create harmony. In quantum terms, intention collapses possibility into probability. The quantum field holds infinite potential, and your intention serves as the magnet that begins pulling the desired possibility into physical reality. The anatomy of a clear intention. A powerful intention has 3 key elements: specificity, be precise, replace. I want more money with, I am receiving $10,000 a month from my creative work. The more specific your intention, the easier it is for your subconscious mind and the universe to lock onto. Present tense language. Phrase your intention as if it is already occurring. This reinforces the feeling of it being real now, which strengthens your vibration. For example, I am living in my dream home, surrounded by beauty and peace. Emotional alignment. Attach the feeling of fulfillment to your intention. Ask yourself, how would I feel if this intention were already real? Then embody that feeling as often as possible. This was emphasized in Chapter 1. The universe speaks emotion fluently. Aligning intentions with core values. Intention without alignment is like building a house on sand. It may stand temporarily, but it lacks a solid foundation. Ask yourself, why do I want this? Is this intention born from my truth or from external pressure or fear? When your intentions are rooted in your core values, they become magnetic. They carry integrity and inner power. Manifestation becomes smoother because there is no internal resistance. For example, someone might say, I want to be a millionaire. But if that intention is rooted in a desire to prove their worth to others, it carries the energy of insecurity. On the other hand, if the intention is, I desire financial freedom so I can live creatively and support causes that matter to me, it resonates at a higher, cleaner frequency, one the universe can work with more harmoniously. Your intention must not only excite your mind, but also expand your heart. The role of focus and repetition. Once you've set your intention, you must give it your attention. Focus is one of the most underrated manifestation tools. Just as your thoughts and emotions influence your vibration, as we explored earlier, your ability to concentrate your energy in a singular direction amplifies the manifestation process. But here's the nuance. Focus doesn't mean obsession. It means devotion. You're not chasing the intention. You're nurturing it. Daily rituals like scripting, journaling, or repeating affirmations can keep your intention alive in your consciousness. Visualization also plays a powerful role. When you mentally rehearse your desired reality as if it's already unfolding, you prime your brain and body to align with it. It becomes familiar, believable, and eventually inevitable. Intention versus expectation. One of the most common blocks in manifestation is mistaking intention for rigid expectation. When you demand that your intention manifest in a specific way or at a specific time, you limit the universe's ability to deliver. Expectation often creates tension, which lowers your vibration. True intention, by contrast, is powerful yet relaxed. It is firm in vision, but flexible in form. You can say, "I intend to attract a career that fulfills me," without needing it to come through a particular job title or company. This openness allows the universe to surprise you with better than expected outcomes. Set the direction, but let go of the path. Revisiting and refining your intentions. Intentions are living energy. As you grow, they may evolve. It's not weakness to refine your intention, it's wisdom. Take time every few weeks to sit with your desires. Ask yourself, does this still resonate with me? Is there a deeper truth behind this desire? Am I holding on to this out of fear or alignment? This reflective process helps you maintain integrity with your path and ensures that you are manifesting from your current truth, not a version of you from 6 months ago. Anchoring intention into your environment. Environment influences energy. If you want to sustain the frequency of your intention, surround yourself with reminders. Create a vision board. Place objects around your space that evoke the feeling of your desired life. Design your digital space, phone wallpaper, music, bookmarks, to reflect your new reality. Let your environment become a silent affirmation of your intention. When everything around you whispers your dreams, your subconscious listens. From intention to invitation. Ultimately, setting a clear intention is about turning your inner desire into an invitation to the universe. You are not commanding. You are not pleading. You are declaring, "This is what I choose. This is who I am becoming. I am ready." You've already learned in Chapter 1 that your vibration is the broadcast. Now you are adding structure to that energy through intention. It is the beginning of co-creation, and from this point forward, the universe begins rearranging itself to meet you where you stand. But remember, intention is not the end. It is the start, a signal fired into the sky. In the chapters ahead, you will discover how belief reinforces this signal, how clarity sharpens it, how trust sustains it, and how action grounds it. Set your intention clearly. Align with it consistently. Then, prepare to receive more than you imagined. Because when intention meets vibration, the universe listens. Chapter 3. The Power of Belief. we explored how the universe responds to the vibration you emit and focused on how setting clear and aligned intentions creates a roadmap for that vibration to follow. Now, we arrive at a pivotal point in the manifestation journey, the inner engine that fuels both your vibration and your intention, your beliefs. If your vibration is the frequency you broadcast, and your intention is the message you send, then belief is the transmitter. It determines the strength, consistency, and reach of your signal to the universe. Without belief, intentions fall flat, and vibrations become unstable. Belief is the magnetic force that draws your desires from thought into form. Belief shapes perception, and perception shapes reality. Every thought you think, every feeling you feel, every action you take, at their core, is filtered through your beliefs. They are the silent architects of your inner world. You don't just see the world as it is. You see it as you believe it to be. This means your beliefs don't just influence what you attract. They define what's even possible for you to attract. For example, if you hold a deep-seated belief that money is hard to come by, then no matter how many times you affirm abundance or visualize wealth, your subconscious programming will work against you. You'll repel opportunities or unconsciously sabotage your success because your vibration will be laced with resistance. On the other hand, if you truly believe that opportunities are everywhere, or I am a magnet for abundance, then even in difficult times, your energy remains open and receptive, and the universe will reflect that openness in your reality. The science behind belief and manifestation. From a scientific perspective, the power of belief is no mystery. The reticular activating system, RAS, in your brain acts like a filter. It decides what information to pay attention to based on what you believe is important or relevant. If you believe that good things always happen to me, your RAS begins scanning your environment for evidence of that belief. You'll notice more synchronicities, more opportunities, and more reasons to feel grateful. Conversely, if you believe that life is unfair, your RAS will point out every setback and delay. This is more than psychology. It's energetic alignment. Your belief system becomes the foundation of your vibration. It stabilizes the frequency you're broadcasting. If your belief is shaky, your signal wavers. But if your belief is solid, your energy is clear, and your manifestations begin to take root. Belief is a choice. Here's a truth many miss. Belief is not something that happens to you. It is something you choose. Most people assume they must see proof before they can believe, but the universe doesn't work that way. Belief is the seed. Evidence is the fruit. If you wait for evidence before you believe, you're delaying your manifestation. In fact, the most powerful manifestors are those who decide to believe in advance without needing proof. They embody the energy of certainty long before the world reflects it. This is faith, not in a religious sense, but in a universal and energetic one. You don't have to believe in everything at once. Start small. Choose one belief today that supports your intention. Nurture it. Affirm it. Look for even the smallest pieces of evidence to support it. That's how belief grows. Identifying and releasing limiting beliefs. Before you can fully embrace empowering beliefs, you must shine a light on the ones that hold you back. These are often subconscious beliefs rooted in childhood experiences, societal conditioning, or past failures. Common limiting beliefs include, I'm not good enough. Success is for other people, not me. If I try, I'll probably fail. I always attract the wrong relationships. I don't deserve to be truly happy. These beliefs are not facts. They are programs, and like outdated software, they can be updated. Start by paying attention to your inner dialogue. What are the repeating thoughts that come up when you set an intention or visualize a new future? Are there any "yeah, but" responses that creep in? Once you identify a limiting belief, challenge it. Is it absolutely true? Where did it come from? What belief would serve me better? Replace the old belief with a new, empowering one. This takes repetition. You didn't learn your old beliefs overnight, and you won't rewrite them overnight either. But with conscious effort, new beliefs become your new normal, and with them, new results. Belief plus intention equals activation. Let's revisit what we learned in Chapter 2. Intentions are the blueprint of your desires, but without belief, those blueprints never break ground. Belief is the activation switch. It turns your thoughts into reality by aligning your inner world with the outcome you wish to see. That's why, when people say manifestation doesn't work, it usually means their beliefs are contradicting their intentions. You can't declare, "I'm ready for love," if you secretly believe, "I'll always be abandoned." You can't affirm, "I'm abundant," if you believe, "I'm a financial disaster." Your outer world mirrors your inner certainty, not your hopes or wishes. The role of emotion in reinforcing belief. Emotion is the glue that binds belief and vibration together. It gives your belief momentum and magnetic power. Let's say you begin affirming a new belief. I am worthy of success. At first, it may feel like a lie, but if you attach it to emotion, through gratitude, joy, pride, or love, you begin to shift your state. You are no longer just repeating words, you're embodying the new frequency. This is why practices like visualization, scripting, and gratitude journaling work so well. They create emotional resonance with your desired beliefs, and when belief is felt deeply, the universe listens loudly. Realigning your belief system. To create lasting change in your life, you must become the person who already lives your desired reality. That begins by adopting the beliefs that this version of you already holds. Ask yourself, if my dream had already come true, what would I believe about myself? What would I believe about others? What would I believe about life? Then begin to act, think, and feel from that version of you. This is not delusion, it's alignment. And the universe doesn't respond to who you were yesterday. It responds to who you are being right now. Ciao. Chapter 4. Asking the universe with clarity. Asking is more than stating your desires aloud or writing them in a journal. It is a focused communication with the field of consciousness, the intelligent universe that responds to your vibration, belief, and emotional signature. When done properly, asking becomes a bridge between inner desire and outer experience. Why clarity matters. Clarity is the energetic equivalent of precision. The more precise and focused your request, the easier it is for the universe to deliver. When your intentions are vague, your results tend to reflect that vagueness. Imagine you walk into a restaurant and say, "I'll have food." The waiter will look at you, confused. Food? What kind? Appetizer? Entree? Vegetarian or meat? Spicy or mild? This is how many people unknowingly ask the universe. They say things like, "I want to be happy. I need more money. I wish for love." But these are general, undefined frequencies. The universe doesn't respond to what you kind of want. It aligns with what you clearly and confidently request. The more defined your desire, the stronger the signal you send out, and the faster the universe can respond. Clarity begins with self-honesty. Before you ask the universe for anything, you must be honest with yourself. What do I really want? Not what others expect, not what society praises, not what sounds nice on paper. Ask yourself, if no one were watching, what would I choose? If I had no fear or limits, what would I ask for? If I were guaranteed success, what desire would I pursue? This level of self-honesty allows you to tap into your core desires, not just surface wants. Core desires are those aligned with your higher self. They are infused with meaning, purpose, and resonance. When you ask from this place, your request carries far more energetic weight. From intention to inquiry. In Chapter 2, we crafted powerful intentions. These intentions now evolve into questions and requests, spoken clearly and confidently to the universe. The process of asking may involve spoken words, affirmations, prayers, or declarations said aloud. Written words, letters to the universe, journaling, scripting. Mental projection, visualization of your desire as already fulfilled. Emotional resonance, feeling the fulfillment of your desire in advance. You don't need to use all of these methods, but consistency in one will create clarity in your request. The universe doesn't speak English, Spanish, or French. It speaks frequency. Asking with clarity means you align your vibration, emotions, and belief with the reality you wish to experience. The formula for asking with clarity. Here's a powerful formula you can apply. What plus why plus feeling equals clear request. What do you want? Be as specific as possible. Instead of, I want a new job, say, I am now working in a creative, supportive environment where I am paid abundantly to do what I love. Why do you want it? Connect it to a value or feeling. I desire this job because it allows me to grow, serve others, and enjoy a balanced life. Feeling the end result. Imagine you already have it. Feel the freedom, joy, excitement, peace, whatever your desire would bring into your life. This clarity, when infused with consistent energy, begins to magnetize the right people, events, and opportunities into your experience. Asking from a place of trust. This chapter builds directly on what you learned in Chapter 3. Belief is the emotional anchor for your desires. Without belief, even the clearest request will carry resistance. Asking from doubt is like sending a message and yanking it back before it's delivered. You must ask as if the answer is already in motion. The most powerful way to do this is to ask once, clearly and intentionally, and then move into a state of expectation. Let it go, knowing that the universe heard you. Your job is not to chase or control the outcome. Your job is to remain aligned and open to receive. Avoiding common mistakes. When asking, even those who understand manifestation often fall into subtle traps when asking the universe. Vagueness, I just want more money, is not specific. How much? By when? What would it feel like? Neediness, asking from desperation, please, I need this now, emits a low vibration. It signals lack, not fulfillment. Over-asking, Repeating the request out of anxiety only reinforces your doubt. The universe already heard you. Trust it. Conflicting requests. One day you ask for success, the next you fear visibility. Mixed signals create mixed results. To counter this, return to the foundational practices: clarity of desire, alignment with belief, and vibrational consistency. Visualization and affirmation, the tools of clarity. Visualization is the mental rehearsal of your desired reality, but it's more than seeing, it's feeling. When you visualize, engage all your senses. Imagine, what would it look like? What would you hear? Who would be around you? How would you feel? Affirmations are your spoken anchors. They keep your vibration aligned with your request. Use statements like, "I am now receiving my desire in perfect timing. I am aligned, open, and ready to receive. Everything I've asked for is already on its way." Repeat them daily, not out of fear, but to stay rooted in the version of you who already has what you've asked for. Aligning action with your request. The universe loves movement. While your energy does the heavy lifting, physical action accelerates the flow. After you've asked, take inspired action, steps that feel aligned and guided. If you've asked for a new relationship, put yourself in environments where connection is possible. If you've asked for career expansion, update your resume or launch that project you've been dreaming about. Action shows commitment. It tells the universe, "I believe in my request, and I'm ready to meet it halfway." Signs and synchronicities. Once you've asked with clarity, the universe begins to respond. But often, the first signs come as subtle nudges. A new idea or opportunity shows up unexpectedly. Someone says something that confirms your path. You start seeing repeating numbers like 1, 1, 1, 1 or 3, 3, 3. These are not coincidences. They are echoes from the field of manifestation. Acknowledge them. Celebrate them. They are confirmations that your request is unfolding. Asking the universe with clarity is not about begging for what you want. It's about declaring who you are and what you're ready to receive. When your intention is clear, your belief is aligned, and your vibration is stable, your request becomes undeniable. To review, know exactly what you want. Align your desire with a strong why. Ask with emotional certainty and clarity. Trust that it is done. Stay open, take inspired action, and look for signs. Chapter 5. Trusting the process. By now, you've laid a solid foundation. You understand the vibrational nature of reality, how to set clear intentions, the role of belief in shaping your reality, and how to ask the universe with clarity. But after asking comes perhaps the most overlooked and the most challenging step in manifestation: trusting the process. It's easy to feel confident when things are moving. But what about when nothing seems to be happening? When doubts creep in? When it feels like your desires are taking too long to arrive? This chapter is about how to maintain your vibrational alignment even in the waiting. Because the space between asking and receiving is where your true power is cultivated. The space between. After asking the universe with clarity, you enter the sacred space of receiving. But this isn't just a passive waiting period. It is a vibrational incubation phase. It's the time where the energy of your desire begins to crystallize in the physical world. Just like planting a seed, you don't dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You water it. You trust the soil. You trust the sun. You trust nature. Manifestation follows the same principle. When you don't yet see results, it doesn't mean your request isn't working. Often, it means the universe is rearranging circumstances behind the scenes. Things are moving, but just like underground roots, their growth is invisible until one day it breaks through the surface. Releasing the how and when. A key part of trusting the process is surrendering the how and the when. These are the domains most people try to control and where most resistance builds. You may ask, how will this happen? When will I receive it? Why is it taking so long? But these questions often carry an energy of doubt. They signal that you're unsure if your desire is truly on the way. The truth is, the universe is not bound by your timeline. It responds to frequency, not urgency. When you micromanage your manifestation, you block it. You are telling the universe, I don't believe you can handle this. But when you let go and say, I trust you, you become a clear vessel for receiving. This is not passive resignation. It's active faith. Detachment, the master key. One of the most powerful paradoxes of manifestation is this. You must care enough to ask, but be detached enough to let go. Detachment does not mean you stop wanting something. It means you no longer rely on it for your happiness or self-worth. You say, I would love for this to happen, but I am whole and complete either way. That's a powerful signal to the universe. It shows confidence. It shows worthiness. It shows trust. And trust creates space. A calm, open space for manifestation to unfold without resistance. Imagine trying to drink water from a clenched fist. It spills. It escapes. But open your hand and it flows right in. That's the energy of detachment. Navigating doubt and delay. Even with all your spiritual knowledge, doubt may still visit. That's okay. Doubt doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're human. But how you handle doubt determines whether it becomes a passing cloud or a permanent block. When doubt arises, remember, doubt is just a thought, not a truth. You've felt this before, and still things worked out. The absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. Reflect on past manifestations. Recall times when things unexpectedly worked in your favor. Use those memories as emotional anchors. They are reminders that the universe has your back, even when you can't see the full picture. Journaling is especially useful here. Write down your fears, then write down counter beliefs. For example, it's taking too long. Counter it with, everything arrives in divine timing. What if it doesn't happen? Counter it with, what if it happens better than I imagined? I feel stuck. Counter it with, growth often feels still before it breaks through. These are not empty affirmations. They are reframes that shift your state of being. You don't need to force faith. You only need to choose it more often than you choose fear. The universe responds to your vibration, not your calendar. One of the most profound truths in manifestation is this: your desire is already created in the energetic realm. What delays its physical appearance is not the universe's unwillingness, it's your resistance. And resistance often shows up as impatience, obsessing over the outcome, checking constantly, trying to make it happen through force. All of this comes from fear. And fear contracts your energy. When you release the grip, you return to flow. The more often you return to peace, presence, and gratitude, the faster your manifestations unfold, because your energy is now a match to the frequency of what you've asked for. Inspired action versus forced action. Trusting the process doesn't mean you do nothing. It means you listen for inspired action, the nudges and intuitive guidance that feel effortless and exciting. Forced action comes from lack. Inspired action comes from flow. You might suddenly feel an urge to reach out to someone, apply for something, visit a place, or try a new path. Don't ignore these nudges. They are the universe's way of delivering the how in a way your rational mind could never predict. Ask yourself each day, what does my intuition feel drawn to today? Then follow it, even if it makes no logical sense. This is how miracles arrive. Synchronicity and signs. When you trust the process, you begin to notice synchronicities, those magical moments where everything aligns. You meet the right person at the right time. You see repeating numbers. You overhear a conversation that answers your question. These are not coincidences. They are evidence that your vibration is aligning with your desire. Acknowledge them. Smile. Say thank you. These small signs are the universe's whispers. Keep going. It's working. Trust is a daily practice. Like any muscle, trust must be exercised. Each time you choose trust over fear, you strengthen your inner connection. Each time you relax instead of panic, you anchor yourself in faith. Create a daily trust ritual. Begin each morning by affirming, I trust in the timing and wisdom of the universe. Meditate in silence, allowing yourself to feel supported. Visualize your desire as already fulfilled, and then release it. End each day with gratitude, not just for what you have, but for what's on its way. Trust becomes easier when you realize this. The universe is not testing you, it's guiding you. To trust the process is to embody the truth that what you desire is already yours on an energetic level. Your job is not to force it into being, but to remain aligned, open, and available to receive. Trust is the invisible force that holds your manifestation journey together. You have already set your intentions, aligned your beliefs, asked with clarity. Now, you must hold the vibration of belief long enough for your physical world to catch up. In this way, trust becomes the container through which magic flows. Chapter 6. Receiving and acknowledging manifestations. You've set your intentions. You've aligned your beliefs. You've asked the universe clearly and trusted the process with patience and presence. Now, the natural next step on your manifestation journey is learning how to receive and acknowledge what you've asked for. It may seem obvious. Of course, we want to receive what we desire. But many people unknowingly resist the very things they've asked for. Sometimes it's due to disbelief, feelings of unworthiness, or simply not recognizing when the universe is delivering something in an unexpected form. This chapter is about becoming a fully open channel, not just to ask, but to receive with grace, presence, and awareness. The energy of receiving. Manifestation is not only about output, what you think, feel, and project. It's equally about input, what you're able to let in. The energy of receiving is receptivity. It's soft, open, and unattached. It's the energetic opposite of striving. Many people live in the mode of doing, efforting, pushing. But to receive, you must learn the art of being in the moment, being in alignment, being available to what the universe wants to deliver. Just as in Chapter 5, we explored the power of trust. Now we move one step further. Trust opens the door, but receptivity lets it in. Why some people don't receive. Let's be honest, if receiving were easy, everyone would be living their dream life. But often, when the manifestation is about to appear, or even when it does, we unconsciously block it. Here's why. We don't believe we're worthy of receiving. If deep down, you don't believe you deserve success, love, or abundance, you will energetically reject it. This is where your beliefs from Chapter 3 come into play again. What you believe is what you allow in. We expect it to look a certain way. Sometimes, your manifestation shows up differently than you imagined. Maybe the job offer is in a different city. Maybe the relationship doesn't start with fireworks, but with quiet companionship. If you're too attached to the form, you'll miss the gift. We're not present enough to notice. Manifestations don't always come with fanfare. Sometimes they arrive as subtle opportunities, quiet shifts, or intuitive nudges. If your mind is always racing ahead, you'll overlook the evidence that it's already working. The key is to stay grounded, aware, and open-minded. Gratitude, the gateway to more. Gratitude is the bridge between asking and receiving. When you express sincere appreciation for what you've received, even if it's small, you tell the universe, "Yes, I see you. I recognize this. I am ready for more." Gratitude is not just a feel-good emotion. It's a vibrational state. It tunes your frequency to abundance. When you are grateful, you're no longer focused on lack. You're aligned with the presence of what you asked for. And what you focus on expands. Start your day with a short gratitude ritual. Reflect on what has already arrived, even if it's just a shift in your mindset or a new idea. Write things like, "I'm grateful for the clarity I received yesterday. I'm thankful for the unexpected call from a friend. It reminded me I'm supported. I appreciate how at peace I feel today." Gratitude trains your brain and your vibration to notice abundance. Celebrating your manifestations. Manifestation doesn't end with arrival. It continues through integration. When something you desired shows up, take the time to truly celebrate it. Celebration is a signal to the universe that you fully received and acknowledged the gift. This doesn't mean throwing a big party, although you can. It can be as simple as taking a mindful walk while reflecting on how far you've come. Sharing the good news with a trusted friend. Writing in your journal. "This came to me. I manifested this, and I am grateful." Celebration is not vanity. It's vibrational anchoring. It locks in the feeling that this new reality is now normal for you. And once it's normal, your energy allows for even more. The practice of openness. Sometimes what you've asked for comes in unexpected ways. The job you envisioned might show up as a freelance opportunity first. The love you seek may begin as a friendship. The money may come through a gift or debt forgiveness. To receive fully, practice non-resistance. Don't judge the package your desire comes in. Trust that the universe understands your needs even better than you do. Say to yourself, "I am open to receiving my desires in the best possible way. Even if it looks different, I know it's aligned with my highest good." This mindset keeps you flexible and allows room for divine intelligence to do its work. Integration, making your new reality stick. When you receive something you've manifested, it can be exhilarating, but also unsettling. Your mind may start asking, is this too good to be true? Or, can I really handle this? This is why integration is so important. Integration means accepting your new reality as part of your identity, adjusting your habits and self-image to match your new life, letting go of old stories that no longer serve you. For example, if you manifested a new level of income, start managing your finances like someone who deserves it. If you manifested a relationship, show up with openness and communication. The universe gave you this gift because you were ready. Now, act like it. The more you live in the vibration of gratitude, worthiness, and joy, the more manifestations flow to you, effortlessly, naturally, and abundantly. Chapter 7. Handling setbacks and staying in alignment. No manifestation journey is perfectly smooth. Even when you've mastered the practices of intention, belief, asking with clarity, and receiving with gratitude, life may still present you with challenges. Sometimes, things don't happen in the way or timeline you expect. Sometimes, doubt creeps in. Other times, old habits and fears resurface just when you're on the brink of a breakthrough. This chapter is about those moments. Because the truth is, setbacks aren't failures. They're invitations, opportunities to go deeper into alignment, to clarify your desires, and to strengthen your connection with the universe. Let's explore how to stay the course when things don't go according to plan, and how to alchemize resistance into resilience. The nature of the manifestation path. As we discussed in Chapter 5, trusting the process is essential. The manifestation path is rarely linear. It's often a spiral. You may revisit old patterns or be tested by circumstances that seem contrary to what you've asked for. But this isn't the universe denying you. It's showing you where your energy still needs alignment. A delay is not a denial. A challenge is not a punishment. A detour is not a dead end. In fact, these moments often precede significant growth and major manifestations. Think of it like a slingshot. Sometimes, you must be pulled back, not to be set back, but to be launched forward with even more force and clarity. Common setbacks and what they really mean. First, delays. When your manifestation takes longer than expected, it's easy to assume something is wrong. But delays often mean the universe is orchestrating a better version of your desire. Or it could mean that you're being prepared internally so that you can fully hold and integrate what you've asked for. Ask yourself, am I truly ready to receive this fully? Is there a part of me that still doubts, fears, or resists? Use the delay as a signal to go inward, not to give up. Second, emotional setbacks. You may suddenly feel unmotivated, anxious, or discouraged, even after making great progress. These emotional waves are natural. What matters is not avoiding them, but learning to surf them. Emotional resilience is key. As covered in Chapter 3, your beliefs shape your emotions. So, when you feel off track, revisit your belief system. Are you slipping into old patterns of fear, scarcity, or unworthiness? If so, gently course correct with affirmations, journaling, or a supportive conversation. 3. External challenges. You might lose a job opportunity, face financial strain, or experience a breakup during your manifestation journey. While painful, these external challenges often act as catalysts. They force you to realign with your truth and release what no longer serves your highest path. Rather than seeing them as blocks, reframe them as breakthroughs in disguise. Staying in alignment during stormy weather. Alignment is not about perfection. It's about real-time recalibration. Like a pilot adjusting the flight path based on turbulence, you have the power to keep coming back to your center. Here's how to stay in alignment, even when the outside world feels chaotic. 1. Return to presence. Take a pause. Breathe. Come back to the moment. Ask, what is true right now? Usually, the present moment is much more peaceful than your mind's projections of the future. Presence dissolves fear. 2. Reaffirm your why. Why did you set this intention in the first place? Go back to Chapter 2 and reconnect with the emotional and spiritual roots of your desire. The deeper your why, the stronger your resilience. 3. Use setbacks as mirrors. Every challenge reflects something back to you. If you've attracted a difficult situation, ask, what is this trying to show me about my energy, my beliefs, or my habits? This level of self-inquiry is how true transformation happens. 4th shift from resistance to curiosity. Instead of resisting the challenge, get curious. What if this is exactly what I needed? How might this redirect me towards something better? Curiosity is more empowering than control. It opens you to divine possibilities you hadn't considered. Tools to regain alignment. Let's get practical. When you're feeling off, here are tools that can quickly bring you back into vibrational harmony. Visualization. Reboot. Go back to your original vision. See it again in your mind's eye. Embody it emotionally. Feel the joy, peace, or excitement of already having it. Gratitude. Reset. Gratitude, as we emphasized in Chapter 6, recalibrates your entire frequency. Make a list of 5 things you're grateful for right now. Don't just write them, feel them. Movement and breath work. Energy gets stuck in the body. Shake, dance, walk, stretch, or do breath work to shift your state. Spiritual reconnection. Meditate. Pray. Talk to the universe. Say aloud, I may not know the way, but I trust that you do. I release this, and I am ready to receive what's best for me. Building resilience as a manifester. Resilience isn't about being tough. It's about being elastic. It's the ability to bend without breaking, to fall and rise again, stronger and clearer. To build this kind of resilience, practice emotional self-regulation. Notice when your mind catastrophizes and consciously interrupt that loop. Surround yourself with supportive energy. Seek out people, spaces, or content that uplift you. Give yourself permission to rest. Alignment doesn't always require effort. Sometimes it requires stillness when nothing seems to be working. What if you've done everything right and still nothing? This is when the ego is most tempted to quit. But it's also when you're closest to a breakthrough. Often, the darkest night precedes the brightest dawn. If you can stay in alignment even when the results are invisible, you demonstrate mastery. Remember this truth. The universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to who you are. So become the version of yourself who already lives the desired life. Feel as they would feel. Think as they would think. Show up as they would show up. Hold the vibration until the physical catches up. You were never off path. Even your detours were part of the journey. Even your mistakes were part of your learning. You cannot mess this up, because manifestation is not about control. It's about co-creation. Stay steady. Stay open. Keep talking to the universe, because the universe is always listening, and it always responds, and it always responds. As we come to the end of this audiobook, take a moment to pause. Breathe deeply. You've just traveled through an extraordinary exploration, a journey through energy, clarity, belief, trust, alignment, and the powerful art of asking the universe. But let us now return to the most essential truth we began with. You are not separate from the universe. You are a living expression of it. You are not simply speaking to some distant cosmic force, hoping it hears you. You are the voice. You are the energy. You are the field itself, becoming aware of its own creative power. The journey revisited. In Chapter 1, we learned that the universe is not just stars and galaxies. It's vibration, frequency, and energy, responding in real time to your internal state. You discovered that your thoughts and emotions are not just private whispers in your head, but powerful broadcasts shaping your reality. In Chapter 2, you practice the art of setting clear intentions. You learn to be specific, not vague, aligned, not desperate. You discovered that your desire is a blueprint, and your clarity is the ink that draws the lines. Chapter 3 reminded you that without belief, intention is hollow. That belief is the bridge between the invisible and the visible. And the most important belief is not just that your desires are possible, but that you are worthy of receiving them. Chapter 4 taught you how to ask with clarity, not in confusion, not in contradiction, but with bold certainty. You learned to speak the language of the universe, emotion, imagination, and presence. You learned that to ask is to assume it is already given. In Chapter 5, we explored the power of trusting the process, how letting go of control opens doors that pushing and forcing never can. You came to understand that the universe operates on divine timing, not deadlines. Chapter 6 taught you to receive, not just with your hands, but with your heart. You learned to recognize manifestations, give thanks, and stay open for more. Because gratitude is the magnet, and presence is the channel. In Chapter 7, we faced the storms. We learned how to remain grounded when things go off track. We reframed setbacks as signals, delays as preparation, and challenges as sacred initiations. You became the resilient, aware creator, one who bends but does not break. And now, here we are. You are not just a manifester. You are a messenger. To talk to the universe is not just to get what you want. It is to remember who you are. You are not powerless. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are a frequency, a soul, a spark of divine intelligence encoded with purpose and potential. The same energy that spins the planets and ignites stars also pulses through you. When you speak with aligned thought, emotion, and intention, you are literally commanding reality to shape itself around your truth. This is not fantasy. This is not wishful thinking. This is conscious co-creation. Beyond techniques, becoming the embodiment. Techniques like visualization, scripting, meditation, and affirmations are incredibly useful tools. But remember this: tools only work when they are used with integrity and embodiment. You don't just visualize wealth, you embody the mindset of someone who already lives in abundance. You don't just repeat affirmations about love, You become the loving version of yourself who attracts it effortlessly. You don't just ask the universe. You learn to listen to its response, even when it comes disguised as silence, delays, or redirections. The true power lies not in doing more, but in becoming more aligned with your essence. When you embody the energy of your desires, you collapse the illusion of separation. There is no more trying to manifest. You simply become a natural magnet for the reality that matches your vibration. From student to master. You began this journey seeking to learn how to talk to the universe. But now you realize you've always been in conversation. Every thought was a message. Every emotion was a vibration. Every action was a signal. Every moment was a mirror. You are no longer just a student of manifestation. You are the master of your frequency, the artist of your reality, the oracle of your destiny. The lips of wisdom have spoken, and your ears, tuned to the frequency of understanding, have heard. A final invitation. So what now? You walk forward, not to chase anything, but to express what is already within you. You trust, not because you need to escape fear, but because you have met your own power. You speak to the universe, not with desperate prayers, but with quiet confidence. And you listen, not to noise, but to the guidance rising from your intuition. Remember, the universe is not outside of you. You are the universe, made conscious, creative, and capable of infinite change. This is the secret sages whispered. This is the code the mystics carried. This is the truth ancient temples guarded. This is your gift now. Parting words. If this journey has opened something in you, keep going. Revisit these teachings. Reflect on your growth. Share the message with others. Live it. Breathe it. Radiate it. Because when you change your frequency, you change your world. And when enough of us do the same, we change the world for everyone. The universe is still listening. What will you say next? Thank you for being here. Thank you for remembering. May every thought be aligned, every desire be clear, and every day a sacred conversation with the divine. Now go and speak your reality into being.